Sakuma. You may be the new captain, but I think we all know who Teikoku Gakuen worships around here. What's up YouTube, Lucas TV 719 here, and welcome to January's edition of Outer Code. Our focus this month? Teikoku Gakuen. Now, Teikoku's main focus for this episode is the new coach they got. Because after the end of Season 1, Kageyama got thrown in prison, so we got a new coach. Now, of course, we got Teikoku looking all militaristic and whatnot. They got their little pose and shit. And their new sponsor is actually Kido's dad and his financial group. Now, Sakuma seems to have taken the reins from Kido, with Genda being the new second in command. And I'm really glad because we finally got to see Fudo after seeing his design, and his entrance is epic. Now that's an entrance if I ever saw one. So Fudo makes fun of their stupid salute as he's saying he's joining. And of course we have a little back and forth between Sakuma and Fudo because, they're just not friendly. So we finally have what I guess you could call Teikoku's version of the big three. Fudo, Genda, and Sakuma. And they're basically all talking like, who's the new coach? He's not here yet. It's great that we're getting a good new coach since Kageyama was pretty shit. And then the new coach makes his appearance.
私が新監督の影山礼二だ。
So, Teikoku's new coach is none other than Kageyama Reiji, also known as I'm totally not evil. This smile just shows my kindness. I mean, how the hell did this guy get back into the coaching business? You know what? Kageyama, tell him yourself.
私は政府の考案するアレス構成プログラムの実験対象に志願した。その結果、短期間に刑期を終え、この帝国学園の監督に再就任した。
Well, of course, no matter what the reason, Kageyama's recent statement gets the backlash that you'd expect. You're a dick. We stopped following you. We ain't following you. And then Kageyama decides to roast them, saying, as good as you are right now, against Seisho Gakuen, you're screwed. Now what's weird is this episode was supposed to be known as That Character Comes Back, and we were speculating Endo or Goenji, but we got Kageyama. Now the thing that happened is that beforehand there was a magazine that came out between Volume 2 and Volume 3, and it said Double K, meaning two characters starting with K. And in the magazine it gave some options: Kido, Kageyama, Kurimatsu, Kogure, Kabeyama, even Matsuno Kyusuke. Now, who they ended up showing was unbelievable.
Kazemaru.
So our second K is none other than Kazemaru Ichirota, the speedy defender for Raimon in Inazuma, Japan, the guy who went on to play in the pro leagues in Go, has fallen to the clutches of being a reinforcement committee member. And now he's working for Kageyama? Kazemaru, what's going on in your head? This is the man who tried to kill you with steel bars just so he could win a game. And now you're his support? I get that being a reinforcement committee member is now your job to help him out. But still, I can see a bit of it. Kazemaru did start down a dark path in the second season, offering to the Aqua of the Gods to be Gemini Storm, and later even being the final boss with being the captain of Dark Emperors. But still, you're helping out Kageyama. Anyway, at the end of the episode, Kazemaru turns on the monitor and he starts to explain to Teikoku their new tactics, Imperial Cycle. The main thing this trailer got me interested in is exactly what is Hades, or the Scales of Hades. Because in this episode, we finally get our second description of what it means. The first was at the end of the reveal trailer, where the Kudo looking guy says the Scales of Hades could change history. And now, this Hades rebirth program is the thing that's letting Kageyama get back into his job. So what is Hades? Is it a thing? From today's episode, it seems like some sort of new government thing that's running soccer. I mean, I guess? I have no idea. The only Hades I know is the Greek god of war, later known as Mars. So, I mean, here we pronounce it Ares. So, I'm not sure what to expect. But I guess we're going to have to wait either until another episode of Outer Code or when the actual show comes out in July. And lastly, before we close off today's review, you know it's not a Lucas TV 719 review of Outer Code until I mention the remix of Teppen and a Dash that they play at the ending. This week, we got one that's technically like remixed with Teikoku's theme. Here, just give it a listen. Man, I swear, every month these are getting better and better. Anyway, that concludes my review on this month's episode of Outer Code. I know it's a bit different from what most of us expected with last month's hint, giving us ideas of Endo or Goenji or Kido, but we got Teikoku, so that's okay, and we got to see how things are going with them. So give me your thoughts. What did you think of Kageyama coming back, or Kazemaru being his sidekick, or Fudo's return, or even Sakuma becoming captain? Anyway, the next episode of Outer Code will be with next month's episode of Inazuma Walker, which is actually coming out on March 24th. That's right, we're getting a 2-month gap. They're cutting out February, I'm not sure why. I mean, they're leaving February something else, which I'll explain in the extra info, but we're missing a month of Outer Code and Inazuma Walker. So I guess in the meantime, I'll throw out some other videos, more Inazuma based. I got a theory coming up and everything. So anyway, for all your Inazuma content coming down, stay tuned to Countdown to Hades. Till we meet again, folks.